Flosstube, how are you? I'm Elizabeth with Silver Scissors, and I'm here to talk to you about cross stitch. It's been kind of a while since last time. I think it's been like 3 weeks or something. We've been super busy, school starting, and a bunch of other stuff like that. And I don't have all of my kids in school yet. My daughter's preschool doesn't start for a couple weeks. And my son he went the first day of kindergarten, but then he's got like until Tuesday again to actually start going because they have to do all this testing, which is kind of a bummer for the little kids. But anyway, so he hasn't really started yet. But once I've got all 5 kids at school, then I can hopefully be a little bit more consistent about doing videos. I also wanted to apologize. I've had a couple comments on the sound being too quiet, and I'm not sure what is going on or what is causing that. When I listen to it I've tried on my phone, and I always put it on my TV as well, and it sounds fine, so I'm not sure what's causing it to not work for some people, and I don't know what I can do about it. So I've also tried on my regular computer as well, and I can't see where the problem is. So if you have any ideas for me, let me know. I'm filming in my bedroom today, so we have a nice blank wall behind me. My kids are all home. It's Sunday afternoon, and I didn't want to have to wait till they were done eating lunch and whatever. I just wanted to get the video done. It always takes me like all afternoon to load out. I don't know why it takes so long, but it sure does. So I just wanted to get going. Our bedroom that I'm in right now, we actually we did an addition last year. So it got finished last summer, and this was actually one of the rooms that we did it on, which we have no decorations in here right now whatsoever because it just wasn't the first thing that got done. I mean, I got bedding, and my bed's made, if you could see it right now, but I don't have anything on the walls up here yet. We added on, our house, we felt like square footage wise was big enough for our family, but there were some things. It's an older home, and well, not older, but it's not, we didn't build it brand new. And when we first moved in, we only had 2 kids, and so we thought, well, this will be great. We can just live here forever, and there were some things that we liked about it that no longer work for our family. The bedroom situation being one. So we added on, we needed more bedrooms, and we kind of thought, okay, we'll add on kid bedrooms was my first thought. And then I thought, why am I giving the kids the nice new bedroom? So we added on a master bedroom for us, and then we have 2 of our boys are sharing our old master bedroom, which is a huge, huge bedroom, especially for a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old. And it has a bathroom attached to it. So, but anyway, they're in our old master bedroom, and we've got one that's bigger. Our old master bath was kind of a basic master bath, not like what you see in the newer homes or anything. So we decided we would add on that, and it's a 2-story house, and we had moved our laundry upstairs because before it was in the basement. Well, all of the bedrooms were upstairs on the 2nd floor, and the laundry in the basement. So I was carrying my laundry down 2 flights of stairs each time and then back up, and it really taught me some great ways to avoid doing the laundry. And with 5 kids, it was just a pain in the neck. So we moved it upstairs, and then we also changed around our kitchen because our kitchen was kind of the main wall of the house, or the main hall of the house before. So we took down a wall and opened it up, and now we have room. We had a tiny little kitchen, and people were constantly, as I was in there cooking dinner or whatever, walking back and forth through the kitchen because they had to do that if they wanted to get to the garage, the backyard, the family room, or if they wanted to go to the front door, the basement, or to the 2nd floor of our house. They had to walk through there. And so it was kind of a pain in the neck. So it was either move or figure something out. And as we looked around, we just decided we really loved our neighborhood. We wanted to stay where we were, so we'd try and figure out what we could do to stay. And that's what we came up with. So anyway, so we are here in my newer bedroom, and like I said, we don't have decorations up yet. There's a lot of things that I had up in different parts of our house before that I don't necessarily want to do the same, or like I have shelves that I want to put up, but I want to paint them because they were black. I know I would like to paint them white, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet because I've been busy cross-stitching and stuff. You know how it goes. You got to get your priorities straight here. So that's what I've been doing. I have been watching quite a bit of Flosstube lately. One that I have discovered that I had never watched before is the Whistle Stop Stitcher. And if you haven't watched her, for sure go do it. She owns a quilt retreat in Tennessee. And so quilt groups can go and rent it out as a group and go and stay there and have time to get away and just quilt. She said, cross-stitchers can come and do it. She even had put on there who would be, if anybody would be interested, to let her know in a cross-stitch group or a handwork group to come. I thought that would be so much fun. I am dying to go do it. To just have the weekend away that you can just stitch all weekend and your kids can not be bothering you, or you don't have to stop and cook dinner for your family, or you don't have to do laundry. Like I said, I'm an avoider of laundry. All of those things. It just sounded like a great idea. So anyway, watch her videos. She owns this farmhouse that she does her videos from a lot of the time. And the first few videos, she's got a tour of it. It makes me want a second house just so that I can decorate it. So I can have two different decoration ideas going on, or two different ideas, or two different types of decorations, I guess is what I mean. But I thought it looks so fun. She's got the whole thing. So she's got homemade quilts on all the beds. She's got quilts hanging on the wall. She's doing cross stitches that she can hang up that will go with the other decor there. It just looks like so much fun, and it's such a fun old farmhouse. It would just be fun to just go stay there. So I have been watching hers. I don't remember how many she has total, but I think I'm on like 13 or 14. So she's got quite a few, because I think the ones that I'm watching are still from a couple months ago. So anyway, that's a fun one. If you have not checked her out, for sure go do that. Okay, this light is bugging me. Is it any better? Okay, that's my curtain. Sorry. I'm right by the window, so I just didn't want that on us. Okay, so I told you guys last time that I was probably going to start, and I had said in the video in a week or two, I was trying to hold out till school started to put my summer things away and get my fall things out. I love doing fall stitches, which is funny because, especially, like, Halloween's not really my favorite, but I love Halloween cross-stitch and Halloween decorations. I really like it. And so I was trying to hold out, get my summer things done, or at least more done than they were before I started doing exclusively fall. I think like I started the next day, not I put it away, and I'm just doing fall and Halloween right now. I have a few things. I started this one. So this is, it's not a very big start. This is Thankful Quaker by Bent Creek. I hope there's not too much of a glare. So I started a little bit on this, and then some up around this comb here. I have not done very much of it. In fact, I think I've only worked on it one night for a little while. But I did, this fabric is backward. That was the back. This is some that I tea-dyed myself. So I actually had bought a big square at Joann's because it's cheap and it's huge. So I had bought one, and I had just bought white because I was going to do something specific on it. And then I just really, I'm trying to convince myself to do that. It's one that my daughter wanted me to do. But it's not really like what I would choose for myself. And so I have to convince myself to work on it. But anyway, so I bought that to do it on, and I decided I didn't want it on white after all. And so I dyed it myself with tea. And I don't drink tea or coffee or anything like that, so I didn't really know what I was looking for at the store. I just got the cheapest, but it seems to have worked fine. So I soaked it for a while. I followed, I don't remember whose tutorial I followed. I want to say it was Farm Girl, but it might have been Vonna, if she has one, the Twisted Stitcher. I really don't remember. But anyway, it turned out great, and then I put it in the oven. I used to tea dye stuff all the time when I would do embroidery. I'll have to bring up my embroidery. We found it in a box from years ago when I used to do it all the time. And then I also cross stitched, and there were quite a few cross stitches. But I used to always just embroider on muslin and then and tea-dye it myself. So anyway, I just bought the cheapest kind of tea that they had there and used that. So, and I just dropped it on the floor. So anyway, that was my smallest whip. And I need to get started on it again. I want to just finish it so that I can have my things done. I also have been working quite a bit, though, on this one, Bobbing for Pumpkins. So I've got the second witch done, or I have her to fill in, to finish up. She needs her dress filled in, she needs the hat. I've got the grass almost finished. I just need to do a little bit more and then put the stars and stuff in the sky. So I'm hoping maybe I can finish that next week, or this week. I've got, I want to get my Halloween stuff up. Oh, I've got the cauldron to do too. I missed that. So anyway, I've got filling in to do and then just some little details, and then I will be done. I have other projects that I want to start. I've loved this one. So I'm kind of sad in some ways to be done, but I've also got other projects that I want to start. So I want to get this one done and start those, which I will show you in a minute. And then I've also been working on Harvest Keeper by Plum Street. I can't ever see tell you how much you guys can see. And this is very wrinkled. So I've got the one full side and then just those little things done. Both this fabric and the Bobbing for Pumpkins are Belfast linen, and it is country mocha color. And I do a lot of the Halloween things on this color because I really like it. It just kind of is fallish to me. Most of it has kind of the look of the tea dyed, but it's not. This one is 36 count, so you can kind of see how tiny. And the Bobbing for Pumpkins is 32. I really am a fan of 32, and I don't know, we've had a lot of fires in Utah, and we're also getting smoke blowing in from California. I don't really understand how that all works because it's kind of far away. But, so here on the Wasatch Front, it is super smoky, and you can see, like, as you're driving down the freeway, how hard it is to see the mountains still. And anyway, and I don't know, I feel like my eyes have been having problems, like they've been really dry, and I don't know if it's because of the fires or what, but something has been irritating me, and the 32 has been so much easier to work on than the 36. I also wear contacts, and I think when I'm like concentrating and I'm staring or something, that it dries my eyes out. So I've been taking my contacts out and put my glasses on, and it's way easier. So anyway, this one is 32 count, and the other, or no, this one's 36, the other one is 32. And here's the picture of the full chart that you can see. Okay, so I told you guys last time that I don't really love to have a big haul or a big stash to choose from because I'm always seeing things that I want and that I'm going to want to buy. I was up at Shepherd's Bush. I've been up probably a couple times since I last did a video, and they've got all of their fall stuff out, and it is so much fun. They have really fun fabric that they have put a lot of them on, not just, they have a lot in color, and then they also have a lot that are like, just have a lot of modeling. Like there's one, I think it's a Prairie Schooler one that they have on it, that it just looks so cool on it, and it's a darker, I think it's like a purple with modeling or something, like a purple and gray color kind of, and then there's also a Blackbird one that I love, and I thought, oh, I've got all of these patterns already that I haven't even stitched yet, but I want to buy one of these because I just want the fabric for it, and like the fabric makes the whole thing, and I haven't restrained and not done it because I know that even if I bought it for next year I'm going to want to do the same thing. So I've been working on kind of what I have, but I have bought a couple more. I don't remember if I showed you this Ghoul Tidings last time. This is by Plum Street. I cannot remember if I had this last time or not. But I bought fabric for this. I bought let's see, what did I buy? I bought a light gray. You can kind of see it there. A light gray for it. And then they put it out, a sample of it, and I hadn't seen it, the sample before, but they have it on like a dark, kind of a grayish color. I love it. I'm going to have to switch out my fabric because I just love how it pops. And then they also did this witch's dress in old purple paint by Gentle Arts. And I've got to switch out the black that I've got for that and then do the black for the sled. So they have the black for the sled and the cats, and then they have the riding in the purple and the dress in the purple. And it's so, so cute. I've got to go get it. I was up there earlier this week and they had it, but they're out of the old purple paint, so I didn't buy it yet. She said it's been back ordered for a while. So, hoping I can do that. If not, maybe I'll find a different one. If you know any good subs for that, let me know. I think, actually I'm quite positive that I showed you this one before. This is With Thy Needle, Thankful, Grateful, and Blessed. And when I finish either the Harvest Keeper, probably either the Harvest Keeper or the other one that I'm going to show you in a few minutes, this is going to be my start. I love it. The house is humongous. So I kind of am anxious to get it started so I can for sure have that house done before we get into November, which I realize we're still in August, but sometimes I get distracted. So, and we've got a couple things coming up. We've got, my friends and I all turned 40 this year, and so we decided that we rented a beach house and are going to California in a couple weeks. And so I probably won't get a lot of stitching done then, and then we've got a family vacation coming up in October, and so I want to get things done for early, and then I can start Christmas. I only have the country cottage. No, it's With Thy Needle. No, it's not With Thy Needle. My goodness. Little House Needleworks, the Christmas Village, and I've got that going for Christmas. And then I also have Pomegranate Santa, and those are the only Christmas ones I have right now, but I'm excited to get to do some more. Let's see. Okay, so one of the things I did not have last time, for sure, was this Witch by Lottie Da. So this is the one thing that I bought of what Shepherd's Bush had out, was this pattern. They had this ready to go, and I bought it, and I started it that day, the day that I bought it. So this is what I have done so far. This is 32 count putty by Weeks Dye Works, and then I did the stitching is Kohl by Weeks Dye Works, and it's like Kohl, not Coal, and it's kind of a purpley black. So there's variegation in it. You can kind of see how that is, and I've got to get it finished for sure before Halloween because I already put the 2018 on it. My other one that I have started since I bought, or since our last video, is this. And I am hoping, this is Plum Street Cinnamon Stars, and I am hoping I can finish today or tomorrow. We'll see. Watch my Instagram, which is the Silver Scissor Sews. And so that's how much I have done. So, and I got this, and I rarely do this. I usually switch off a little bit. But I think I worked on it for a week straight, because it's been 2 weeks, I think, that I've been working on this. So I think I worked on it for a week, and then I worked on it for like half the week last week, and I worked on it for maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week, and then, but I didn't have a ton of time to stitch on Friday. And then I'll work on it today and tomorrow and try and get it done. So I've got this much. I've got the whole first page except for this little sunflower right here. I'm kind of on the fence because if you look right here, there on the pattern it has like flower stems kind of coming into this bottom row of pumpkins, and I'm on the fence about whether I like those or not, or whether I like the look of the pumpkins sitting on the fence. So I haven't put them in yet, and I'll decide later what I want. I've used the called for colors, except that I already had Weeks mascara instead of, I think it calls for Gentle Art Raven. And so I've used the called for colors except for that. And then I also, I really like, let's see, it's this one. The purple is rum raisin from Weeks, and that it doesn't use it very much in here. I think it uses it here, and I don't remember where else. So I've added it in a couple places. I added it into this Big Star. Also, it calls for Gentle Art Cinnamon, and that is more like this color here, the orange on the outside of this one. I have a really, really old one. I may have shown it to you guys before, that it was from my past stitching days. It's probably at least 15 years old, but I really like it. It's really variegated. So I've used both the newer one and the older one. And this right here is the older one. And I've used both in it. You can see it's a little more, it goes from a more orangey brown to a brown. And this is just a more orange, the newer one is just more orangey brown all of the time. So this is it. And then I've got to do the stars over here and then the sunflowers by the fence down here, and then I will be done. So hopefully by next time I will be able to show you this. I think that's all the whips I have. Anyway, so I will get moving, and then let me show you the other things I have bought. So I joined the little Stitchy wish list hashtag that I think it was Michelle Bendy Stitchy talked about and started the whole thing. And so people have been posting the stitches that they don't have but they wish for. And so I put quite a list up there. But my number one thing was this Heritage Sampler. I've talked to you guys about this before because I absolutely hate snakes. I definitely live in the wrong place for somebody who hates snakes because they're pretty prevalent here. And I avoid them at all costs. Or even if I think I'm going to see a picture of a snake, like I really hate it. One of my boys, my oldest, when he was in elementary, brought home a book about snakes, and it was one, they have like a book exchange at school where kids can bring their old books that they don't want anymore and then trade them in for some that somebody else brought. So it was from that. And I was like, this is your special book to read with Daddy because I'm not reading this to you. It terrifies me. It'll give me nightmares. So anyway, I am thinking I might center the words on there and just leave the snake off. Also, I didn't realize how much 1/1 stitching there was on this. Oh, first I have to tell you. Okay, so I had put this up there. This was my number one stitching wish list. And I feel like I can hang it up all year long because we've got Thanksgiving in there. This is Washington crossing the Delaware. I thought it was supposed to be like Columbus or something. I didn't know. And then the Lincolns and the White House. But I feel like this could kind of go for all year long because we have different holidays all year that go with this. So definitely Thanksgiving up here. Anyway, so I had put this up on my Stitchy wish list, and Ruth, I cannot remember what her Instagram name is. Anyway, she said she had bought this, started to do it, and didn't love the 1/1, and so she decided not to do it after all. And so, would I like this? So she sent this to me. I am so thankful. I love it, and I'm super excited to start. I went out and got all of the stuff, even though who knows when I'll be starting this, maybe not till after Christmas, but I just love it. I'm a little nervous about the 1/1. I'm almost wondering on this down here, this is like a tent stitch on the words. I'm kind of wondering, it says either tent stitch or 1/1, I think. I'm kind of wondering if I can embroider it instead of do that. We'll see how it looks. I'll let you know. And then, yeah, and then all of the flags are 1/1. I was thinking I had heard that there was 1/1. I was thinking it was like the faces. And I was like, well, I can totally do that. But it's also in here, the Don't Tread on Me. Yeah, we'll see. And we'll see if I can handle having a snake on my wall all year long. We'll see. One of my friends is doing, so Shepherd's Bush had a Plum Street Garden of Erie, which is so, so cute. And one of my friends bought it. And we were discussing, there's a snake in it too, hanging down from the tree. It's a Halloween one. And anyway, we were trying to decide if it's going to get stitched or not too. So I'm glad to know I'm not the only one that wants to avoid snakes. The other thing that was on my Stitchy wish list that I ended up buying, which I just noticed that the picture on here is on the side. So there's the cover. So there's the picture. So it's Jack's Bash, and it's a very similar setup. It's also by Plum Street. Very similar setup to the Heritage Sampler. And so the only thing, as I looked through, the words down here are tent stitch. It says, here in the rough and autumn bower, the knobby gourd and bitter flower, we merry make and sing hooray to our friend Jack on his birthday. So that is also a tent stitch. And then this little acorn that she's holding is 1/1. And I didn't see anywhere else in here that was 1/1 besides that. Oh, this little Happy Halloween at the top is as well. So we'll see if I make it. We'll see how I survive the 1/1. This is my plan for when bobbing for pumpkins is over. Or when I finish with that, I'm going to go on to this one here, to Jack's Bash. Okay, the last thing I have to show you guys today is, remember in my last video we talked about framing, and I had taken my Lizzie Kate Tingles into Joann's, and I had a 70% off coupon. I hadn't had anything custom framed for probably, I don't know, 15 years or so. My husband's grandma, when we got married, made us a doily that she had crocheted that has our last name on it. And we took it in to get it framed. And I remember it being like $50 or $60. I don't remember it being, I mean, it's expensive, but not like this. So, oh, sorry. Okay, I would edit that out, but I really don't know how, so I'm not going to. So anyway, oh yeah, my husband's grandma. So we had that framed. We've had a couple other things framed over the years, and but probably not for like 15 years. So I took it into Joann's, and I had a coupon for 70% off custom framing. So I thought, great, that'll be not so bad. And I knew it had the cost had gone up in that amount of time, but they quoted me $400 on one frame, and then I had another less. So the first one, I think it was just a thick frame, and the second one was a lot thinner, and it was still like $385 that they quoted me. So that was before the coupon. So then after the coupon, it was like $150 because it was 70% off. Well, I think it was like $120 and then tax. I don't know. Anyway, a small fortune, and even with the coupon. So I kind of thought, okay, well, I guess this is just going to go in my drawer and I won't get it framed. And I kept seeing people on Instagram or wherever, and they'll show like 4 pictures that they just got back that day from the framer, and I thought, are they spending over $1,000 every time they go take multiple things in to get framed? How are people doing this? So anyway, I went up to Shepherd's Bush to buy something, I don't know what, and I went with my friend, and I was finished before she was, and had paid, and was just waiting for her, and I was just chatting with the ladies there, and I told them that I had finished that and taken it into Joann's to get framed, and I told them how much it cost. Give me some names of where I could check on price. They were absolutely shocked that it was going to be costing me that much. They do have it framed in there, and they said they didn't remember how much it was, but it was not that much. So anyway, one of the places that they suggested happened to be down the street from me. So I got it there for $47, which 47 is a lot, but when you compare it to 120 or 150 after tax, it's not that bad. And I actually, so I had them price out several different frames. The very most expensive one was going to be like $300 before the coupon. I had a coupon for 50% off there. So it was like, it would have been like $150 with the 50% off coupon. So I still didn't even have as good of a coupon as I did for Joann's, and it was still cheaper. And I ended up, so I ended up getting this one, so you can see here, here's my full, I don't know how far I have to stick this back. So there's my full piece. Anyway, it took, they had said it would take 10 days, and it was, so 2 weeks would be tomorrow, and I got it Friday. So it was a little longer than they said, but it was still 2 weeks, isn't too bad. And it's a fairly, I did do a fairly simple frame. I liked some of the other ones, but then with the simple one, I kind of liked it better. I liked how this is, it's wood, but it kind of has like the orangey wood in there too. So it's the dark, but you can kind of see, you can't really tell in this light. It's a little bit overcast or smoky probably out there. So you can't see as well as you would be. But anyway, $47 sounded like a deal after going to Joann's. And so my point is, shop around. Don't just assume that because you have a 70% off coupon and it's a small fortune to get it framed, that that's what it's going to cost you. So as I was talking to the girls at Shepherd's Bush, they were saying, you know, they were just shocked. They're like, you know, Jill Rinsel is on the pricier side, but she's completely custom, where Joann's is not necessarily completely custom. Plus, she does it herself. She's not sending it out. And she's great to work with. You're not having just a teenager do it or whatever. But this place that they told me to go, they also do it in-house. And anyway, I like the way it turned out. I'm happy with it, and it was not nearly as expensive as I thought. So, if you've had something, if somebody's given you a bid to do it, check around, look around, because they will not necessarily be that much everywhere. Okay, so hopefully I will get to be here sooner than later. Hopefully, make sure to follow me on Instagram. It's, again, the Silver Scissor Sews. I did have stuff of my kids up and some of the things that I have sewn for them. I took them down because I'm having a lot of people follow me that I always look and see who it was that has followed me and look at their names and also look at their profile so I know kind of who's doing it. There's been some people that and I probably shouldn't base it off this, but just for safety's sake, I have blocked because they looked like maybe they had, from their profile picture, they may not be making, I may not want them to have access to pictures of my children. We'll put it that way. Maybe seemed a little creeperish, let's be honest here. And the only really, the basis that I have to judge it on is if they are, mostly, I'm going to just be honest, mostly it was men that have nothing in their profile about stitching or anything whatsoever crafty related. Just to be on the safe side, I took my pictures of my kids down because of that, but I'll keep posting pictures of the clothes that I make for them and just do it without children wearing them. So anyway, usually it scares me a little bit to think of people having access to pictures of my children. So I've taken those down. But all of my stitching for sure is on there. And so if you want to keep up, want to see Cinnamon Stars when it's finished, and before I get to making a new video, that should be on there. And bobbing for pumpkins, and hopefully I'll have them framed and ready to go by the next time I see you. Go check out Whistle Stop Stitcher, and again, let me know if there's something I can do to improve the sound that I just don't know about because I'm not very tech savvy. My husband is a tech person. His degree's in IT, and he knows how to do things too, but this has kind of just been my thing. I guess I could have him watch the whole thing and decide, but I don't know. Anyway, I just haven't yet. So let me know if you have any great ideas for me to do about the sound, or what has worked for you on your videos. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to improve them if I can. And I did my first one just on my camera and then uploaded it to YouTube. My second one I did on like the YouTube, how you can record right onto YouTube so you don't have to upload it. And I still had people commenting on the sound. So let me know what to do, what ideas you have, and I hope I can see you all soon. See ya. Bye.